Hey there everybody, welcome to Trial Gaming. I am Bob14 and today we are back with the Yugioh Sealed Only Challenge Edition. Now obviously this is pretty much the Pendulum series where we are aiming to build a Pendulum deck. Well, there are some new changes going to be added to this series, not so much in its rules, but how, well, things are counted, but as well as having kind of a final build in place. Especially with the recent ban list, which is taking effect in October. This, as a time of recording, is October 1st. So by the ban list is not in effect yet, we are playing as if it is. So that means in our final build, which of course used Hulk, it's gone. Which means our final deck list I built had to be changed, as well as how we count stuff. I was noted about this by Urza, that the Patreon member, that our likes were off. I kept counting the likes a video got 48 hours after. I didn't realize some of my videos actually gained massive likes. Say for instance episode 1. When I tallied it, it was 6. It now has 11. Episode 2 had 8, now it's 20. Which changes how we count those quite immensely. So there will be not only updates to, well, the structure challenge, the unlock challenges, completing one, getting another one going. But that effect has something that I'll try to keep track of each episode, go through and make sure to see if there's any changes. I keep that tallied. As well as, of course, there isn't going to be core changes in how the challenges work. There isn't going to be core changes to the episode challenges or anything like that. Still going to be 3 duels. I'm just adding a bit more segments or parts that I record to make sure the episode flows better. Okay, guys? So, starting off first, let's go over all those challenges. And we're going to start off with the structure challenge. Now, with the structure challenges, guys, obviously we needed 150 like points. Well, because of the new count, and if you guys need that, I can always put it up in a separate video or something. But we are currently 140 out of 150. So just to let you know, episode 1 had 11. Episode 2 had 20. Episode 3 had 17, Episode 4 had 16, Episode 5 had 12, Episode 6 had 9, Episode 7 had 13, Episode 8 had 7, Episode 9 had 9, funny enough, Episode 10 had 6, Episode 11 has 13, and Episode 12 had 7. Those are the like counts. When you add all those up, it equals 140 like points. So honestly, our structure challenge, 140 out of 150, is a lot closer than I was expecting. Next, 10 Secrets Packed, completed that, episode 9. 10 Duels won, not matches, duels. That was easily completed as well. Going to our unlock. Now guys, special sets. Everything else was done. 10 new cards added, done episode 8. 10 Duels won, again, not matches. That was done, I think, episode 9. Pack 50 Pendulum Monsters, we did that episode 10 easily. 10 different comments from 10 different viewers, we definitely completed that as of episode 11. So that leaves 100 like points. Well, originally, I thought we were at 85. Recounting, we actually smashed that before the previous episode. We can't go back in reverse time. So that means 100 like points are done, which means we have unlocked special sets. Now, special sets are anything that is not, we can open anything that are regular booster boxes or stuff like that. Special products are things like Dual Overload, Ghosts from the Past, stuff that does not come in traditional boxes, but this does not include tins or special products like Dual Devastator or stuff where everything's guaranteed. Because you know what you're getting in Dual Devastator. Those guaranteed sets are the final of the 4 tiers. Our new unlock challenges is for tins. So here it is. 150 like points. We have 140 out of 150. Have 36 cards out of the final deck. Now, I'm letting you know there's 72 total cards in the final deck. That includes extra and side. We have 32 out of 36, and I will show you the final deck list in a bit, guys. Promise, just be patient with me. 30 duels won. Again, not matches. We have 27 out of 30. So if we win just 3 duels throughout our 3 matches today, guess what? That's completed. 15 matches won. We're at 11, so even if we won every single match in this episode, we would not complete this. We'd still be for sure. Get 1 boss extra deck monster. Now, I will go over those in the final list, but when it comes to the final deck list, I will point out which ones I consider boss extra deck monsters. And then the final one, get 3 cards for the final side deck list. Honestly, when it comes down to it, I think that's going to be probably really challenging, but I believe we can do it. Now, moving on to the episode challenges, right? We're on episode 13. Episode challenges, obviously, episode 13. First one, win one match. Second one, add 3 cards to the deck. But we can't just throw in cards willy-nilly. We must have legitimate reasons. And of course, pack 3 cards that is in the final build. Now, because I only control $10 of the budget, that will be kind of difficult. But we will switch over from this, my beautiful face, to look at the final Pendulum kind of goal deck list, the final list of what we're hoping to build. After that, of course, we'll do a rule recap, then we'll get to the packs. So you see here the final kind of goal deck list we are aiming to build. This is our hopes of what we want to build for the final product. Now, going over the main deck, we have 3 Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser. Now, this is just because if I control no monsters, I can summon him from Pendulum Zone and easily go into, say, something like the Artemis, the Magistus, Moon Maiden, just to have a link out there, as well as to get him into the, extra deck. And if I need a Pendulum, I can kind of go off from there. But he also doesn't take our normal. So if we get him out, pull out Perform Bow Skullcrobat Joker, use Effect, we can then link off the Artemis and, of course, Skullcrobat to go into Beyond the Pendulum, go into multiple plays there, etc., etc. I mean, we do have other great 2s, Dagda, Dark, IP Masquerena, but still, you get the point of that. Artifact Scythe, because with Scythe still in the format and Dagda, previously mentioned Link 2 here, not out, he is a shout. Of course, the one Astrograph Sorcerer, I'm glad to still see it not banned back in the ban list, but yeah, it didn't move. The one Black Fang Magician, Black Fang is something I've seen fall out of the spotlight in the community, as well as with triple Chronograph Sorcerer to get the Time Gazer we use out on the field. I just think this is a better 8 in general, and not to mention, when instead of having just another level 4, having another 6 gives us room to get out, well, eventually when we have it, Baron de Fleur, since it's a 10. But it's also just another 8 scale that I think replacing 2 Black Fangs with the 2 Chronographs makes sense to me. Double Iris Magician is our other 8 scale that we really want, and Double Iris is just great in general. Harmonized Magician, special summon, get an extra one, be able to do stuff. Triple Oath Dragon, great low scale with an amazing effect, and it's a wind, which could have effects onto it, but it's also just a 2100 if you need to summon it, since it is just a 6-star? Yeah, it's 6. It's another 6. Moving from there, we do obviously have the one Perform Pow Celestial Magician. I actually debated about putting this to 2, and I just didn't want to take the deck to 43 cards, and I didn't know what to cut. So it was always kind of a debate to me, but I do feel like I want this at 2. I just could never figure out what to take out for it. Then we have 2 Perform Pow Pendulum Sorcerer. This is pretty great, and we have a chance to pull this today in Breakers of Shadow. Triple Perform Pow Skullcrobat Joker. We currently have 2. We just need 1 left, our great normal summon. 2 Purple Poison. Its effect to destroy is amazing, as well as just a great 1 scale. And I'd love to see more than 1 copy. I see some people playing at 1. I like more than 1 copy of this. The Time Gazer, just used for our Chronograph. 1 Tuning Magician. We used to kind of want to aim for 2, but because Hulk is gone, we only really need the 1. Right Ring Magician, just another win, 4-star tuner. Has a decent effect, but again, it's just kind of another body, another 1 scale. And then Wisdom Eye Magician, again, it's kind of our utility card. When he's into the zone, it can destroy it, place another Magician. It's great. And then, of course, Dragon Pit Magician. Now, Dragon Pit obviously is an 8 scale. It's a normal monster, so there's always kind of cool aspects to that. And you have a Magician in the other one. You can discard 1 Pendulum monster, just pop Spell and Trap Zone, which can be very useful. The one Called by the Grave, I actually forgot this in the deck list originally. And I was like, God, I felt like there was something. I was like, oh yeah, just to stop any hand traps just in case. Triple Duelist Alliance, we still only have 1 of these, but it did get reprinted in Tactical Masters, I think it was. And so that being low rarity gives us a great chance at that. Pen Call, we have 2. We need 1 more. Hopefully pull in Pendulum Evolution. We have, of course, Star and Time Pendulum Graph. We have these. It's amazing. Going to the side, triple Nibiru, triple Ring Dragon Raw Sphere mode, triple Cosmic Cyclone, triple Dimensional Barrier, and triple Evenly Matched. This covers a wide variety of things. I thought having 3 outs of each would be pretty great, and you know, I didn't really think too hard about the side deck. I kind of just thought, man, this seems like it covers all bases and is a pretty well-rounded side. If we do tweak it for the format, like I said, we can always do that. But as of now, this is the side deck. Going to the extra. Now, for the very important unlock challenge for the tins, boss monsters. We have to get 1 boss extra deck monster. Of course, for the side, we do have to get 3 cards from any of this. But things like Cosmic Cyclone probably is pretty easy shout, Dimensional Barrier. So I wouldn't be concerned about it. But getting back to the boss monster challenge for the unlock challenge for the tins. Baron de Fleur, Barrel Lord Savage, Crystal Ring Synchro Dragon, Divine Arsenal AA Zeus, Access Code Talker, and Appaloosa. These are what we are counting as boss extra deck monsters. Now, I will say this. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about half the extra deck. But I will also note that I will put Beyond the Pendulum, since it is such an important extra deck card, as a boss monster. So again, the boss extra deck monsters to complete that challenge would be Baron de Fleur, Borlode Savage, Crystal Ring Synchro Dragon, Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder, Access Code Talker, Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, and Beyond the Pendulum. I was debating about also maybe putting Celine there, but I just decided I wanted just over half. And so 7 out of 15 sounds, well, pretty fair in my book. Well, it's not over half, but I didn't want to, that's under half. So I kind of wanted to keep it there. I didn't want to go over half is what I meant. But yeah, for our extra deck, we have, of course, the Baron de Fleur, Borlode Savage, and the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. We have 1 Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder, 1 Abyss Driller, 1 number 41 Bazooska, the terribly tired Taper. I almost said that backwards. Time Star Magician, the Access Code, the Appaloosa. Of course, Artemis, the Magistus Moon Maiden. Artifact Dagda, Beyond the Pendulum. Dark, the Dark Charmer Gloomy, the best charmer. Of course, IP Masquerena. And Celine, Queen of the Master Magicians. Now, when it comes to Celine, Queen of the Master Magicians, I hope we can pull that in Dual Overload. Also with Dagda. Because she's not reprinted in anything else. And that is quite a concern. Although she could be reprinted in the upcoming... what does that say? It's going to be mostly based around all the female Dual Monster characters. I can't remember what it's called. Magnificent Maidens or something like that. Anyways... Queen of Master Magicians could be reprinted that. I hope it will be, because right now it should be very tough to pull, guys. But this is our final deck list. This is what we're aiming to build. And to be honest, I was actually impressed. Out of the total 72 cards here, 42 main, 15 side, 15 extra, we actually have 32 of them. For the challenge, of course, we need 36, but having 32 means we have a bulk of the main deck. The main deck is actually almost complete, funny enough. It's the side and the extra that is hurting. For the side deck, I think Time Star Magician is the only... No, and Artemis. Don't want to forget Artemis. Are the only 2 actual extra deck monsters, and we have none of the side deck cards. But guys, we'll show you a quick rules recap, and then we are going to get to the pack opening. Hope you enjoy it. Alright guys, so we actually kind of have a new layout. Again, I'm just testing different angles, testing different stuff. So hopefully everything works out fine. So starting off guys, let's start with what we have. So we have, of course, for the $20 from our amazing Patreon. Urza decided Pendulum Evolution. We are chasing those final 3 cards we need: Dragon Pit Magician, Pendulum Call, and Perform Ralph Skullcrobat Joker. These 5 packs, hopefully we can pull 3. Going on to the packs decided from the comments. Comment winners from me failing challenges last time. Sing Kun Shun, of course, chose 3 Lightning Overdrive. Which, I mean, Ruddy Road Dragon or The Volvo X Lord's the only things really I could see being useful. And then instead of getting 3 Breakers of Shadow, which would come out to 12, I got a special edition of Breakers of Shadow, which is, I actually got it for like $10. It was actually like on price. Where was the thing? Yeah, there's actually a thing down there with, you know. So, and the nice thing about Breakers of Shadow is Lane Barnett chose Breakers of Shadow. Perform Battle Pendulum Sorcerer is a secret in here, and we could get it, hopefully, and that would give us one of the 2 we need. But Godarla, Jizukiru, Twin Twister, Quake Mirror Force, Tuning Magician. The second one might be temporarily useful. Solemn Strike, Ultimate Providence, Forbidden Apocrypha. Maybe Monkey Board. I still don't know if I want to trust that. And then, of course, for my packs, 2 Dual Overload. Now, funny enough, will we pull anything out of these? Unlikely. But I actually think we're going to go in order of this. Dual Overload we will save definitely for last. Breakers of Shadow. I think Pendulum Evolution we will... Yeah, we'll save that. So, first things first, Lightning Overdrive. Now again, outside of Ruddy Rose or the Volvo X Lord, I don't see anything being too useful in here, guys. So, oh yeah, there is something I forgot to do. It would help if I remember the flash on the other camera or the other thing. Is there a scratch on this? Yeah, it looks like there's a scratch there. All right, so we have I Meet You, Basement Special Show, Scrap Raptor, Rock Generations, and we actually have an Ultra. Abyss, Amaze Attraction. I don't know why I said Abyss. Amaze Attraction Horror House. So we actually have an Ultra out of that. Spriggan's Booty, You and I, Acromufri, and Amazement Ambassador Bufo. Oh, Bufo, if you don't remember from the earlier episodes, one of the things was I wanted Amazement Attraction cards because I was thinking about making an Amazement trap deck, and it was only if we pulled any Bufos, and we pulled no Bufos. Maze Horror House is an interesting card because it does target, well, wait, you target one face-up monster opponent controls. Change to face down. Yeah, it's just like a trap Book of Moon. So never mind. It's not the one I was thinking it was. So we do have an Ultra out of here, but not too great. Moving to the next Lightning Overdrive pack. We have Starry Night Seal, DDD Super Sight King Zero Maxwell, Amazement Special Show, One Curry Way, and Amazement Precious Park. Oh yeah, now we get all the Amazement stuff. I see how it is. And then another Bufo. Oh, Clark's Judge, Spriggan's Booty. Yeah, we get all the Amazement stuff now. Stupid Lightning Overdrive packs. All right, here we go. So we have Boo Boo Game, Dogma Calamity, ZW, Pegasus Trent Saber. I challenge you. Did we sip over it? Oh, we did. Whoop, and there goes. It's actually a Volvo X Lord, which is actually one of the useful things. Now, the big reason of this is one tuner. Oh, it's non-tuner fire? Oh, I thought it was just a generic. Oh, because I was going to say its effect is you can destroy that monster, or even opponent activate effect monster destroy afflict 1,000. I didn't know it needed a fire. Oh, well, okay, so this is actually useless. Sexual Trust, Binary Blader, and Birth Prominence Flame, Hidden Spring Forest. So even though we got one of the cards I said could be useful, I totally didn't read it. So, that sucks. But hey, we did get an Ultra, and I got made look like a complete fool. So hey, that's a win. Alright, so next up we have Lane Barnett's Breakers of Shadow. We are hoping for Perform Pal Pendulum Sorcerer, but there's so much other useful stuff. I don't even know what the promos are out of these. The promos could be useful too. If it would open, I have to like tear through it. That did not open well at all. Oh god, this is a nightmare. Oh, a nightmare. Oh, even more of a nightmare. It's still not. There we go. There we go. Alright, Breakers of Shadow, Special Edition. We finally broke into it. Watch us pull nothing out of this now. Okay, so we have Beast Eyes Pendulum Dragon and Beacon of White. I actually don't think either of those will be useful, because you need a beast type monster for the Pendulum Dragon. Alright, we have triple Breakers of Shadow. Let's get into it. A lot of great stuff from this guy's. Wouldn't mind a Godarla, but alright guys, here we go. First pack. Oh, that broke open way easy. Arion the Sea Castrum, Robot Buster Destruction Sword, Dynamic Power Lord, Dragon Buster Destruction Sword, and Super Heavy Samurai Beast QB, and Master Pendulum the Draco Slayer. Dynamis Charge, and Armada the Dust, Dark Doriado. There are some Pendulum cards that could potentially be useful in here, especially things like Master Pendulum, but we kind of went away from that. But it is, you know, kind of a chance to make something useful. So we're going to spread these out like these. Alright, next pack. Hopefully we pull something actually pretty useful out of this. Yo, Dynamist. Ceratops. Yeah, that feels kind of slimy. Plesios. Bite Bit Turtle. Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. Yeah, it feels really kind of hard to grab. Yo King, and oh, hey, Quaking Mirror Force. Yo, that's a great ultra pull, and that's actually could go in the deck. Serenity Smith, Draco Face Off, Super Heavy Samurai Magnet. Yeah, that Quaking Mirror Force probably will go into it. That is one of the cards that looked interesting. So now we have the third pack. Okay, we got a regular super, we have an ultra. Let's see if we can't pull a secret. Former Pal Trump Girl, Despot 08, Dynamis Rush, and Twin Twisters. Hey, Solo, Hurricane, Serenity Samurai Saga, and Draco Face Off. Now, we didn't see a monkey board, but that doesn't matter so much. But hey, this Twin Twister and Quaking Mirror Force. These two are definitely at least going in the side, if not maybe the main. I think Twisters I'll keep in the... Whoa, there goes that knocked over Pendulum Evolution pack. I think Twin Twisters will go into the side and Quaking will go into the main. These are just two good cards that have legitimate reason for being there. Now we have 5 Pendulum Evolution guys. Now this right here, of course we are chasing 3 cards. Dragon Pit Magician, Pendulum Call, and Perform Pal Skullcrobat Joker. Let's do this. I'm actually pretty happy with these pulls so far. White Ring Magician, Double Iris Magician, Echo Oscillation, Odd Eyes Fusion, Pendulum Reborn. Nothing out of that first pack. Moving on to pack number 2. Oh yeah, for the episode challenges, we do need to add 3 cards to the deck. We have 2 so far. Alright, so we have Double Iris. Oh, focus. Black Fang, Beast, Ritual Beast Tamer, Serafini, Stargazer Magician, and Stellar Knight. 3 more packs left. Yeah, everything we want at the super slot, so the ultras are like actually kind of dead to us. It's kind of sad to say. So Time Star Magician, Astrograph, Stellar Knight, Metal Foes Counter, and Zephyr Divine Strike. 2 packs left. Come on, guys. Hopefully we see something. Time Pendulum Graph. Yo, what is that? Like, glare. Okay, Time Pendulum Graph. Black Fang. Odd Eyes Fusion. Odd Eyes Absolute. Oath Dragon Magician. Last pack. It is tough that we are looking for like 3 specific cards, to be honest, though. But that's the grind of it. Time Star Magician. Double Iris. Rescue Hamster, Odd Eyes Vortex, and Echo Oscillation. So we did not get a single card out of that we needed. And now it comes down to the final 2 dual overload packs. Honestly, there's a lot that could be useful in here, but mainly Dagda, Selena are what we want to see. And if we see a Kriston Halki 5X, we cry. We cry. Alright, first pack. Dark. Well, it's not a focus, please. Dark Antillian Dragon is possibly useful. So, Hollow Giants. Cyber Dragon Infinity. Psy-Frame Lord Omega is useful. And a Swap Frog. Omega actually is pretty useful. Probably will see space in the extra deck. Alright, last pack, guys. We have... Oh, there's like a horrible print line. Malefic Selector. Ferocious Flame Swordman. Tour Guide from the Underworld. Interesting. Card of Fate and Scrap Orthos. So, we do have two possibilities here. I do think Omega is good enough to go into it just because it's a good 8 with a decent effect. Antillian, I don't know if we can make it, but we might actually have a shot at it, so we will see. I'm going to go, and these are possibly 4 cards we get in the deck. I am happy to see a Tour Guide and swap. Cyber Dragon Infinity is pretty cool from here, but yeah, guys, I'm going to go work on the deck, and I'll be back with the deck profile for this episode. Now, not much has changed. I did bring in 4 new cards, but really, for the challenge, I needed to bring in 3 for this episode's challenge, and with explanation, so I'll explain why. But going off, 1 Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser, wouldn't mind more of this. Ash Blossom Joy Spring, 1 Ash-Graph Sorcerer, 1 Black Fang, triple Chronograph Sorcerer, 1 Dinosaur Prankatops, 2 Double Iris Magician, or triple Double Iris Magician. The double threw me off. Triple Harmonizing Magician, triple Oath Dragon Magician, 2 Perform Power Skull Combat Joker. Sad we didn't get a third one. Triple Purple Poison, 1 Stargazer, 1 Time Gazer, 1 Tuning, 1 Right Wing, triple Wisdom Eye, the 1 Duelist Alliance, 2 Pen Call, 1 Star Pendulum Graph, Quaking Mirror Force. Now, we've pulled this, and it is an amazing pull. Absolutely amazing pull. And honestly, when it comes down to it, Breakers of Shadow, I think, treated us pretty nicely with that Quaking Mirror Force. But the reason it's in here is it's a powerful battle trap that, to be honest, we could use more of. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to slot in the main or a side deck. One way or another, it was going to go in, though. And so, I mean, you couldn't pass up on it. So I did decide to try it in the main. If I don't like it, I can always pop down the side. But I do think it is a powerful trap to add to our lineup. Of course, we have 1 Judgment, Double Strike, 1 Pendulum Graph, Time Pendulum Graph, I should say, and 2 Torrential Tribute. Going to the side, we have the 1 Black Fang Magician, 1 Eater of Millions, triple Supreme King Dragon Darkworm, 1 Supreme King Gate Zero, the 1 Perform Mage Trick Clown, double Skullmeister, 1 Star Pendulum Graph, Twin Twisters, which is just a side deck staple. Isn't in our final build, but it is a powerful card, and I'm glad to see it on on our side deck, and I think this easily belongs here. So definitely another good card to add to our deck of triple Bottomless Trap Hole and another Time Pendulum Graph. I do feel like our side deck is slowly becoming stronger. Twin Twisters and Quaking Mirror Force. Even if Quaking Mirror Force, I do bump it back down here and maybe put in another Black Fang or Perform Mage or whatever. Yeah, I do feel like having Quaking and Twin Twister, no matter what, they should go on our side because it strengthens it significantly. Moving to our extra deck, we have 1 Enlightenment Paladin, 1 Ignister Prominence Blessing Draco Slayer, 1 Odd Eyes Meteorverse Dragon, Psy-Frame Lord Omega. Now, you will see TG Wonder Magician was taken out. Well, TG Wonder Magician really was only there because of Hulk. The fact TG Wonder Magician is, well, gone, we have room, and Psy-Frame Lord Omega, especially with its ability to banish it and 1 random card from opponent's hand until the next standby phase, is massive. And it's just a powerful, great 4-star that we can make pretty easily. So I am absolutely loving this in here. I think it's a powerful upgrade. And those are 3 cards, Twin Twister, Quaking Mirror Force, and Psy-Frame Lord Omega, that I think believe spots in the deck regardless. So that's that challenge complete. Going on, we still have Kachakochi Dragon, Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion, Time Star Magician, Tornado Dragon. I did, though, on Dark Antillion Dragon. It's not likely to be made because the only 7s we truly have are Odd Eyes Meteor Burst, Astrograph, and Pink. And while it's unlikely we'll ever make it, we could end up still making it. And I felt like the other card we add in here was just another 4, which literally all of these are 4s. So having a different level exceeds to possibly break it out instead of having a, I think it was Magister Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer was this slot. Took it out just because even though we most likely won't make it 90% of the time, in case the one chance does come up where we do make this and we can use its effect, it might be worth it. Then we have Artemis, the Magistus Moon Maiden, of course Nightmare Phoenix, one Lina, the Light Charmer Lustrous, one Wee Witch Apprentice, one Nightmare Unicorn, and of course Beauregard Dragon. This is the deck we're playing with. Guys, obviously you know we have now unlocked special sets, which are probably going to boost up our core. The nice thing is we're in a situation where if we look at this deck in comparison to our gold deck list, you can definitely see a few cards we're missing, mainly almost all of our extra deck and side deck, actually. But our main deck is quite strong, so the question comes down, what do we chase and what do we hope to pull? But that obviously will come down to see, because as of right now, guys, the challenges are pretty split. Really quickly, the 3 challenges, I'll bring it up for you right now. The 3 challenges are really close. Win 1 match. Okay, guys? That is, well, we don't know how that's going to end up yet, mainly because we haven't played any matches. So, but add 3 cards to the deck with reason. I think it's obvious Omega, Quaking, and Twin Tristers should be in the deck. And Thillion's kind of but I believe that's enough, honestly. I mean, there's just those cards alone deserve to be in the deck because of their power level. So obviously we completed that challenge, but we did not pack any cards for the final build, let alone 3. So that means $10 does go to a viewer. But guys, that win 1 match is up for grabs. So let's get over to the duels and see if I can't win just 1 match. Alright guys, as you can see here, we are going to duel Friendly Duelist. Now honestly, I sped a lot of this up because me and Friendly Duelist actually dueled 3 times. And the reason is because of one important fact. While working on the testing the decks, per se, for both the Challenge Edition and the Deck Building Challenge Edition, the DBC, I realized I should change some of the rules and update some of the rules. So while I was working on the rules that I have done, I already had filmed a lot of the episode. Only the duels remained. And of course the outro and, stuff like that. Literally only the duels, this voiceover, and then the actual outro to the episode where I go over, what went on that episode, challenges, stuff like that. Anyways, guys, so what's really important here is I was like, okay, I'm going to wrap this episode up, and next episode for the Challenge Edition, and of course, episode 5. Episode 4 is going to be released probably the day after this one is. Episode 5 for the Deck Building Challenge, or DBC, and then the next episode of Challenge Edition, episode 14, will both have some new rules. But I wanted to wrap this episode up, so I reached out to Friendly Duelist to duel a 3rd duel, the final duel, the challenge duel, just so I could duel against, randoms again. And he said, well, want to just burn through all 6 duels, 3 apiece, 3 for the Challenge Edition, 3 for Deck Building Challenge, or DBC. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. He goes, do you have different decks? He goes, I have the Flunderees. I'm like, that'll work. He goes, I have Shark. I was like, that'll work. And he goes, I don't have a 3rd deck I really played in a while. And he goes, do you have any decks? I go, the only other one I have would be, that's built anymore, or I have a list for, would be the other sealed only. So he said, oh, then let me pilot the zombies, the Deck Building Challenge, DBC zombies, and then let's pilot against this. So in this duel, you will get to see a preview of what the Yugioh Sealed Only DBC or Deck Building Challenge Series Season 2 Episode 4 zombie deck will look, because it's the 3rd duel here. But honestly, guys, I think that's alright. So Friendly Duelist hasn't played Flunderees in a while, but it's Flunderees, right? I think he's using his older deck list. So I think there are a couple of things he's still on 3 of that he probably shouldn't be. And he could have tweaked it around. But, I mean, yeah. I actually think his side deck was also incomplete. I think he remembered saying that when he was thinking about changing the deck around, he had side deck options he didn't, that he still was running that he didn't like. And didn't change those around. So his side deck especially wasn't all that useful against pens or back row deck. So yeah, it happens. But when it comes down to it, guys, I actually think duels weren't bad. I mean, friendly duels, we dueled 6 times. That's a lot of dueling. What's funny is we actually had some guy in the first duel before the duel started. But, you know, I made the room, and I told friendly duelist, hey, join. And some other guy joins, so I kick him. Friendly duelist joins, and the guy goes, oh, hey, friendly duelist, duel me. And I didn't want to say anything, so I let friendly duelist respond to him. And friendly duelist is like, dude, can you just leave us alone? We're trying to duel here. So thankfully the dude left. But yeah, no, it was kind of weird. This dude was just like, felt kind of hostile towards friendly duelist. Like, yo, friendly duelist, your name's friendly. I bet you're not friendly. Duel me. It's like, oh, okay, dude, calm down. You know. But yeah, no, honestly, guys, I have to say, we're up 1-0 right now. Misclicks, misplays will happen. I haven't touched a Yugioh deck in, I mean, 2 weeks. An actual deck or anything like this. It's been weeks. And so that rust is definitely there. But I think we're doing all right. And, you know, it's definitely one of those things where I definitely feel like Flonderbees is such a strong deck. And, oh no, he did have Twin Tristers. That's right, he did have the Twin Tristers. God, I can't remember what his card was in his side deck that he said he disliked. But yeah, the Twin Tristers, he sided into them to make sure I feel no joy and happiness while playing Pendulums. And that's alright, though. It happens. And, yeah, he's pretty much got the bird version of Lockdown win here. I mean, I think he actually, yeah, he misplays here. Because he meant to tribute the other 2 birds to bring lethal on board. And because I think he was off by 100 with the other one. So I think that he was trying to summon the other 2 in order to get lethal, and he just misplayed. But he still picks up the game. So thankfully, we kind of go into a decent startup. I have to say, Pet and Call is one of those things I really don't like using that much. It's like, unless I have to. It's really amazing how many times I've drawn in games and have decided not to use it. So I strike here thinking, okay, let's just get him in a rotation where I can just, you know, pop off and make plays. And I'm thinking, okay, great, I'm able to get cards going. And yeah, he really did brick here, because I think he sided into a bunch of back row stuff and just didn't see it and ended up getting clogged up. I don't think he sided properly here because he really said he got clogged. And so thankfully we're able to just... I did misclick here. I flipped Ignis to Prominence, not meaning to actually hit the thing. And I was like, he impermed it. I was thinking, oh, okay. He could have just let me tribute it. But because of that, I actually get, funny enough, lethal on board and is able to wrap up the first duel. So moving to the second one, this is Fish. And if I remember correctly, his first hand he bricked kind of heavily. Which, okay, it happens with any deck. God, I love Ristomai, popping it to bring out anyone. And then going Time Pendulum Graph here, just so I have the hate, going 22. Kind of a smart play here in order to make sure he doesn't get 22. Get hit by 2200. He is able to do so, but God, goes and match up the, like, literally, like, every turn, it's like, okay, I'm going to pop stuff. No goes and match. Oh, guess what? More goes and match. Yeah, I have to say, I was actually pretty happy with the bricking. I actually was here, I was like, wait, is this lethal? I was like, oh, wait, yeah, we do have lethal on board. So we wrap up the first game. So we won our first match, right? And now we're in the second match. We're up 1-0. We are right now looking like we could win the entire episode. But of course it's Fish, so they're going to do their thing. And so I'm sitting here like, oh, okay, so not that cool. Steals it, which is a pretty big hit. But okay, Ristomai again. Yay, Ristomai. Gotta love Ristomai. Set back row, bring Ristomai. I was thinking about doing something, but I was like, no. I was like, okay, so Torrential, wipe everything. Pod Desires, see if they hit anything. And Ready Fusion up. I bottomless just to see if they had another fish in their hand. They could have extended or something, so I wanted to cut them off. Bring out big guys, swing in. I mean, down to 2,500. I bring out Re-Rich just in case they don't get anything. And I can, like, just link. I probably should have just left the other two on board. But, you know, I bottomless. He stops it. That's cool. Re-Rich goes back, and my turn. Bring out the literally same two. I'm thinking, cool. I'm thinking, what should I do here? I totally got Oath Dragon's effect to add to hand. And then I Wisdom Eye again. And just swing in, swing in. Of course, he saves it with a double Lance, which is just, or I said Lance, Chalice. Oh my god. But yeah, finally able to take a Nash. He triple attack to talent, draw 2, set 2. I'm like, okay, cool. Goes in match, okay. And just kind of looking here to wrap up the game. I had lethal and I completely missed it. But he draws nothing. I just pop. And as if he didn't have anything last time, I can win that. So honestly, we wrap up the fish match pretty good. He did brick. He's bricked twice so far with both decks. So I'm actually feeling pretty confident. I go Lina, and of course this is against, spoiler, the sealed only deck building challenge DBC season 2 zombie deck for episode 4. So I'm thinking, okay, Tornado Dragon, get the zombie world out there. Effect Veiler, fine. Hit in, oh god, Glow Up Boom, and he brought out Mazera. I was thinking, great, so he has big guy on board, and if I hit that other thing, well, I'm going to try to set it and get rid of zombie world and go in. And I'm just thinking, you know what? Let's go big guy and hope we just have some answers here to like kill stuff. And he has another Mazera, so okay, Mazeraing it up. And I'm thinking, okay, purple poison, pop. Cool, he doesn't have the trap anymore, but I didn't realize he added the other Mazera. Like, I really didn't. So I was like, okay, cool. So I can just swing in and you know, pop stuff. I wanted to get rid of it. In fact, I totally forgot it was on field for a second. I was like, oh, I'm a zombie player who forgot. He Mazera's again. I'm thinking, oh, boy. Well, at least he has no more in hand. But it's kind of annoying that he just has this perpetual thing. So Fascinators grabs Tornado and brings it over. I think he was planning to try to link and didn't realize the thing. I mean, Friendly Ghost doesn't play zombie that much, or at least ever, from what I know. So it was one of those things where I was just like, well, that's a misplay, but it happens. Anyone can go for something and not realize it. But, you know, we're at a point where I accidentally hit my mouse. Where it's gone out of hand very quickly. We should have tried to get it, the dub, while we can. And we didn't. It happens. And we're about to get a whole bunch of 8. Brand Infusion just for the hell of it, just for the extra damage. I was like, oh, well, I'm dead. So, okay, guys. We've won 2 matches. Awesome. I'm hoping that there's a brick in our future for the zombie just so we can come back into this. So I'm thinking, hey, we're pretty good here. Thinking, what can I do here? I go Omega just to think of removing, hopefully hitting the hand. And I should have Omega'd. And I hit Brand Infusion, right? So I was thinking, okay, great. Ozuku's gone. Okay. You can't stop the foolish at this point. Bring in, hit, re-rich, put re-rich back. Okay, and Monster Gate, because you're getting it, brought out the Unizombie. Wow, okay, so Unizombie's going to do even more stuff. So Omega comes back. I know they have branded, you know, they can go into the branded play. So I'm thinking, oh, what do I do here? I'm thinking, I have to almost hope that, you know, purple poison pop. Bring out, of course, they bring out another one. I'm thinking, oh, great. Hit for damage, and at this point, I'm thinking, okay, Omega, Yeah, I should have Omega'd before, but it happens. Branded Fusion, bring out Lubellion. Lubellion, of course, Sinned. Bring out Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade's here to hate and destroy my face. So, I draw Ash, which is just like the best draw ever here. And I'm thinking, okay, what can I do here? They destroy. I'm thinking, it's not worth it at this point. So, Ash Blossom, Titan Clad. It gets negated. Titan Clad adds. Raigeki, great. Purple Poison, what I'm going to do? Okay, I'll pop Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade fact, cool. But I'm right open to completely get defeated, guys. And it happens. We went 2-0 with our first 2 matches, and we lost. So we're going to be 2-1 on this episode, which isn't that bad. But it you know, it happens. You know, I'm thinking we did some damage, got him down to... Wait, did we actually win this? I thought we'd lose this one. Well, I may have just spoiled everything by saying we went 2-1 because... Oh, no, we did. So, everyone, you just saw the duels. Honestly, guys, I have to thank Friendly Duelist for dueling me literally 6 times in one night. For both this, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Only Challenge Edition, as well as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Only Deck Building Challenge, or DBC Season 2 Zombies. Honestly, I wanted to get the duels done as quick as possible, and thankfully Friendly Duelist was there for me to help me out with this, because I probably mentioned it during the duels, but most likely I did. I really kind of had this thought, guys. It was more along the lines of, right before dueling, after doing the pack opening, building the deck, playtesting it, moving stuff around, I was looking at the rules and I was thinking, man, maybe I should change up the rules for the Deck Building Challenge series, as well as the Challenge Edition. Not too much, but a little bit. And so I've decided, you know, I was going to change those rules. But I was already partway through this episode, already filmed the intro, and felt like going through it would be kind of a waste of the episode to redo all of that. So I just decided to try to burn through this episode in one night, which literally, guys, if you do not know, the duels, the outros, the editing, the dual audio, all of this for both episodes were done in a single night. So quite a bit of work. But honestly, guys, I do have to say that, yeah, I'm very happy with the Challenge Edition and the Deck Building Challenge series, or DBC. Both the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Only series are doing great. We should start off with the Structure Challenge. I recounted the like points, guys. Structure Challenge number 1, 150 like points we need. We're at 142. We actually gained 2 more since I checked, since the beginning of recording this episode. So funny enough, we're at 142 out of 150, which is amazing, guys. 10 secrets pack done, 10 duels won, done. Again, that's 10 duels, not matches. Going to the unlock challenges for tins. Unlocking the tins would change a lot, but not as much as I honestly think. But unlock challenges tins. We need 150 like points. We're at 142 out of 150. I actually love this, guys. I love that we're so close. 8 more like points on any of the past videos. 8 like points on this video. And we smash it. We complete not only the structure challenge, but the top unlock challenge. Had 36 out of the 72. So pretty much we need 36 cards. Right, guys? And we're at 32. We didn't add anything this episode, which is kind of a bummer. But 4 more cards. If we chase the right sets and get lucky with our bulls, we can complete this. 30 duels won. Now, this is 30 duels, not 30 matches, or 30 matches. So 30 duels is, each duel is kind of like a round in a match. Right, guys? So we unlocked that. We were at 27. We actually won, went 2-0 and 2-1 in matches. But literally for this episode, guys, we went 2-1, 2-0, and 0-2, which means we have completed 30 duels won. 15 matches won. We're at 13 out of 15. We need 2 more matches to have that done. And I honestly feel like that's something we could easily do, guys. 2 matches is not a lot. Get 1 boss extra deck monster. Again, something I feel like is possible with lucky pulls. And get 3 cards for the final side deck list. Honestly, guys, the side deck is, yeah, it's going to be something I think is actually going to be pretty difficult in the long run, but I think we can do it. Let's switch to the episode challenges, right, guys? So the episode challenges were win one match. We actually won 2 matches, so $10 to me. Add 3 cards to the deck with reason. Now, obviously I went over in the deck building aspect. We did add 3. I had reasons for it. So we $10 to me, so I control 20. Pack 3 cards that's in the final build. We packed none, as I mentioned, which is a bummer, which means one top like comment will control $10 and how we spend it, guys. So that means next episode's budget, Patreon 20, of course. If you want to join Patreon, links in the description below. Check it out. Viewers, control 10. One top like comment will control $10. And I get a control 20, which I think is a stellar move. Because as we're chasing the main and final deck, guys, I think that's something we can really secure. Now, obviously, you're seeing my face again, guys. Honestly, when it comes down to it, I'm very happy with this episode. The loss was unfortunate, but Friendly Duelist had 2 decks, and when we got to the 3rd deck, obviously I probably mentioned it before, but he was just like, what deck should I use? I was like, we were talking about it back and forth, and he's like, oh, wait, what about the other sealed-only deck? I was like, oh, yeah, because we were doing those the same night, so I let him copy the list. We got those done, and it was great, guys. But yeah, if you haven't, guys, please check out the rest of the series. If you have and you enjoy it, please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below just in case you're one of the comments decided, which there are going to be some rule changes, and I don't want to go into those right now, but expect at the beginning of next episode discussion of some new rules and how the top like comment aspect will work. On this episode, it will still be top like comment, but next episode, there's going to be changes involved and bonuses for Patreon members. If you haven't already, check out Patreon. I've said it before, link description below. And until next time, guys, peace.